channel, Maximum Momming. Okay, so I know you have one of those days, or those days where the house isn't a total disaster, but there's just still some messes that need to be cleaned up. So like you need to empty out the dishwasher and just put the dishes away and fill the dishwasher up. But you do not need to mop and sweep the kitchen. That's all taken care of. Or the kids' room is a mess, but you really just need to pick up toys or pick up clothes and make beds. Not a complete overhaul. And maybe you just need to, in the bathroom, straighten it up, maybe wipe down some counters and things like that, and it's good as new. So that's basically what I'm doing today in this video. I had a lot of tasks that need to be taken care of, but not an overall clean. So it's a whole house clean, but it's basically just me tackling these tasks that are just so mundane and tedious, but they need to be taken care of. So like my bathroom was totally clean. However, the shower is the last thing that I needed to take care of. So I'm taking care of that in this video. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Maximum Momming family. There's plenty of videos on my channel for you to love and enjoy, including my very first video when I cleaned my backyard, which was a total exhausting experience. Take a look at that one. But of course, there are other things, some organizational videos on there for you to love and enjoy. So like I said, this video is for every mom or every person who really needs to just tackle the small messes. So let's get to work. Okay, so before you saw the dishwasher was completely packed, and I tried to let my girls know that you should not completely pack a dishwasher like that. But what they do is, because each night they take turns cleaning the kitchen, and one night one person will forget to start the dishwasher. So then the next night, the other person will go, okay, they didn't start the dishwasher. And instead of saying like, okay, so not everything's going to fit in the dishwasher, let me hand wash some things, let me do something like that. No, they will pack it. They will pack the dishwasher. And then there'll be just so many things in there. So like what I'm doing now and what I was doing before is I'm sorting through and finding that some things aren't clean, because not everything can get clean when the dishwasher is packed so much. So I have to sort through everything and check it and see what's clean, what's not clean, and I'm sorting. So I'm saying, okay, if this is clean, it goes right here. If it's dirty, it goes on the other side. And the dirty stuff has to go back into the dishwasher. And the clean stuff I can put away. And that's basically what's happening. So like a little bit under half of the stuff did not get clean. So now I have to either hand wash it or just like rinse it again and put it back into the dishwasher so that it can get washed again. So it's just such a mess when they do that. So because my daughter did the kitchen last night, like I said before, if you're new to the channel, I have two daughters, 14 and 17, and they each take turns closing the kitchen down every night. So I cook. So I feel like since I cook, somebody else can be in charge of cleaning up that mess and closing the kitchen down every night. We can't go to bed unless the kitchen is absolutely clean from the night before. Well, this morning, the kitchen is basically done. It was just the dishwasher needs to be emptied. And then, like I said before, the dishwasher was just packed. So I had to go through it and sort it out. And then there's a pot in the sink. Well, yeah, kind of not a pot, but like a pan in the sink that I told my daughter to soak because we had like lasagna in it and the cheese kind of stuck to the pan. So we just let that soak. So I'm going to basically hand wash that because we let it soak and everything's good to go now. So I can just hand wash that and not have to worry about taking up too much space in the dishwasher with it. So the kitchen is pretty much done. So what I'm doing in the kitchen is basically the dishes. The dishes is the main thing that needs to get done. And that's all I'm going to focus on. Maybe take the recycling out. But other than that, the kitchen is pretty much done. And so that's the task in the kitchen is the dishes. That's what I'm focusing on in the kitchen. And I'm happy about that because then I can go on to my other tasks of the day. And that's going to be laundry because I feel like, I don't want it to pile up again. Because you guys know in my laundry days, on my laundry videos, I can have up to 8 loads of laundry. So I'm trying to get better, guys. I'm trying to get better. So I'm going to do some laundry today. Mainly, I'm running out of wash towels for the kitchen, like microfiber towels to clean the kitchen. So I need to wash and get those cleaned up so that I can have towels to wipe off the counters and things like that. Okay, so that pan, it should be good to go. I'm just gonna spray it up real quick and then, because my daughter, the weird thing about it is my daughter, my 17-year-old daughter, she likes to have lasagna or baked spaghetti and things like that. So I said lasagna before, but I think we had baked spaghetti in this pan. And so the weird thing is I baked spaghetti, but only she and I ate it because my 14-year-old does not like anything like baked spaghetti. She'll eat lasagna, which is weird because she doesn't like anything else that's baked like that with cheese. She does not like anything baked with cheese like that. She doesn't like baked spaghetti. She doesn't like baked mac and cheese. She doesn't like anything that's baked with either mozzarella, cheddar, and nothing. She doesn't like anything baked. So, but the only thing, her exception is lasagna. She will eat lasagna. But anything else with like pasta or anything that's baked, she hates. And so I made this big pan, and my husband, who is diabetic, can't have pasta. So it was just me and my 17-year-old, and no, we did not eat the entire pan. I tried to make a little bit, but you know how it goes. When you make pasta, you never know how to measure that out, and so you make a ton of it. So I made a ton of it, and we ate what we could. And then I was like, my 17-year-old, who does not like leftovers, it was left to me. So I took out some leftovers and I had to get rid of the rest. But in the meantime, I had to clean that pan. And so it was just kind of like, man, I got to be better at making pasta. I got to measure it out better, but I've never been able to do it. It's only four of us, and I make like enough for like eight people. So I have to get better. And I think it stems from the fact that when I watched my mom make spaghetti and things like that, my mom was cooking spaghetti for 11 people. Yes, because I have eight siblings, and we all grew up in the same house. Plus my mom and my dad. So there was nine kids and 11 and two adults. So there was 11 of us. And so she had to make like a huge pot of spaghetti. So I watched her cook. And so now I'm like, I don't know how to make just a little bit of spaghetti. So yeah, it was two of us and we had like spaghetti for like five people. So yeah, it was craziness. But yeah, we ate what we could without trying to be too big back about it, but we pretty much just like, ate what we could and try not to overeat or anything like that. And then we saved some and then we got rid of the rest. So I feel bad getting rid of the rest, but it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. So we just saved a little bit. And then, like I said, we got rid of the rest, but yeah, so I have to clean that pan out. Okay, so I'm in the living room now, and the living room is not that bad. Like it's been worse because it's the living room. This is where we live, and my whole family, they usually I usually have like cans of pop and everything sitting around, and shoes and clothes and everything, and it's still stuff in here, but it's not as bad as it could be. I'm happy about that. So really all I have to do in here, my task for in here, is just to make sure that it's all neat and straightened up and the way I want it to be. Plus, it needs to be vacuumed. So that's my task. And really, honestly, I did not feel like vacuuming on that day. I was like, I do not feel like vacuuming. Luckily, the cat was already like, he was somewhere snug because he hates to vacuum. Oh my God, if he see me pull it out, he's gone. And he was already somewhere nice and snug and sleep. So he was nowhere near me. So when I vacuumed, he was just gone. But basically, my goal here is just to get everything wiped down and that we use the most, and just get everything neat and the way I want it to be. Vacuum and then be done with this room. So I just wanted to make sure that everything in the house was, neat, because nobody's home right now but me. And that's when I can do, take care of all the tasks that I want to take care of and get everything the way I want it to be, because when everybody comes home, it's not going to look like this at all. You're going to see stuff everywhere. Like in my hand, that was like an old lunch that my daughter had from her book bag. She just pulled it out, tossed it on the table, and kept it moving. So I just have to tackle everything, after everybody leaves, and make sure that I can get it at least neat enough so that the next time they destroy it, it won't be as bad as it could be. So I'm still vacuuming with old Betsy there. I still have my old vacuum that I started this channel with. It's been a while. For all you guys that are new to my channel, I have been griping and saying that I need a new vacuum cleaner forever. And I just haven't had the time. And now that I'm like, or had, financially, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a new vacuum cleaner. But right when I was like, okay, let's go ahead and try to get a new vacuum cleaner, it looks like there may be a chance that I might have to get a new refrigerator. Because, well, a while ago, like years ago, my 17-year-old, when she wasn't 17, she tried to put something in the refrigerator on the door, like a big jug of Hawaiian Punch or something like that, and on the door of the refrigerator. And of course, that's too heavy. And she broke a shelf on the door of the refrigerator. And so now I'm down one shelf. So that means that takes up space in the refrigerator. Like I'm struggling with the space in my refrigerator. But I've been doing that for years, so I've got it down mastered now. Well, now our ice maker is kind of broken. Well, it still produces ice, and the ice tub, everything fills up, all that stuff works properly, but it won't come out of the chute. So like when you go to put your glass under there to get ice, it won't come out because that thing is broken. The chute is broken. So yeah, and I don't think they make it anymore. So we may have to get a new refrigerator, or maybe they might make the motor thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be stuck with this vacuum cleaner forever because I can't get a new vacuum cleaner if I have to get a new refrigerator. And that's just a big old problem. So yeah, me and this vacuum cleaner are just going to have to rock together for a while. Okay, so I'm just doing the shower right now because that's all that was needed to be done. I did the sink, the tub, the floors, the toilet area, all that stuff. I even did the shower doors. I don't know if you can see, but they're relatively clear. Like I scrubbed all those down and everything, but I hadn't did the bottom of the shower. So that's what I'm doing right now because doing my bathroom is exhausting. Like when I do the guest bathroom, I can do that fairly quickly, get it sparkling clean, do a deep clean of it as well. And it does not take me as long as it takes me to this bathroom because it's a lot bigger. So I just did everything and got so tired. I was like, I do not feel like doing the shower floor. I will save that for another day. So today, or that day that I did this video, was the day because I was doing all the other tasks around the house and I was like, you know what? Let me rock with this. Let me go ahead and do the shower floor. So I did that, and it was just, and sometimes it can be a little soothing to do it, and knowing that's the only thing I have to do, it made it a lot easier to do because it's just like, and the scrubber that I use is just perfect. conversation with my daughter about this blanket that she uses on her bed. So this bed that I'm making right now is my 17-year-old's bed. And we had a conversation about her blanket. If you're new to the channel, then you don't know that my daughter has had this blanket since she was about the bedspread since she was about, I don't know, maybe between 8 and 10 years old. And she's 17 now. And I've been trying to get her to get another one. And she's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm like, I understand that. But I just figure at 17 and gonna be 18 in a few months, you know, you might want to upgrade to something different than what you had when you were 8, 9, or 10, you know. And she's like, no, I love this, you know. And she's very sentimental and a little bit of a hoarder. So I told her, I said, you can keep it. I'm not saying like we're getting rid of it, we're, you know, throwing it away, we're giving it away. I just said that, you know, because I have a blanket that I've had since, I guess, like since college, you know, and somebody gave it to me and I love it. And it was a twin blanket, and I'm never going to probably use it for anything else, maybe just to snuggle with. But I told her, I said, you know, you can keep it, just, you know, upgrade to something new. And she's like, no, you can pry it out of my cold dead fingers. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I have to leave her alone on this. And I know, let me know in the comments, am I pushing her too much on this, you know, or should I just let her keep it forever, you know, but on her bed and everything, you know. I just feel like, I feel like, you know, she's, I don't know, I feel like she's holding on too much. I don't know. And she's like, next you're going to want my ladybug. Do you see the ladybug on the bed? Yeah. She said, next you're going to want my ladybug. And she's had that ladybug since she was probably like 3. And I said, no, I'm not going to take the ladybug. But I just felt like she might want to upgrade the blanket, you know. And she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. I want to keep it. So, you know, even my 14-year-old has upgraded her blanket, you know, like she's moved past the princesses, and she's moved on to something else, you know, that, you know, no characters and stuff like that. But I don't know, I guess I gotta leave my 17-year-old alone. Thank you for watching. Whew, I know I did a lot of stuff in this video, and I'm not done. And some stuff I didn't even show you because there are other rooms in this house that I did some stuff too, like the front entrance. I kind of swept that area, put the shoes away, and made sure that was all neat. Dining room still needs some stuff that needs to be done in there. I have like a lot of grocery bags and some boxes that need to be broken down, taken to recycling. So I still have some work on my hands, you know. Right now I'm just kind of like trying to get all the kitchen towels and all the stuff together so that I can put those away. That's what I just washed and everything. So it's all washed and dried and everything. But thank you for watching so much. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know what you think of these videos, or what you're looking for in my videos. Yeah, so just make sure you go ahead and subscribe and join the Maximum Momming family, and let me know what you think. Yeah, and let me know what you think about my daughter's blanket. I'm very curious to know if I'm just in the wrong here, you know. Maybe I should just be quiet and let her live, I guess, you know. Or I just feel like it'd be an opportunity for her to grow into something new, you know, because she's going to go to college soon, and maybe she needs that in college. So, but yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.